Good afternoon, happy Tuesday, and welcome to Facebook Live. So I'm Holly with Handcrafted Blessings, and we're going to have some fun today. So I have a card project to show you, and I've got Happy Mail, and I've got a few announcements. So let's see here. All right, so we are going to jump in today. So first I want to say happy October. This is, well, I guess technically it's my second. Well, never mind. Happy October. I was thinking it was the first coffee and a card for October, but it's actually not. It's the second. But, you know, whatever. Y'all are here and that's what matters. All right. So a couple of things. There is a stamp sale happening right now. So if you've had your eye on some stamps in the annual catalog, they are currently 15% off. And that runs from October 7th to 9th. So it started yesterday, ends tomorrow. And that's 15% off. But what I also want to say is if you want to enjoy an even bigger discount, you're always welcome to join my team. And right now you can pick $155 of product and you'll pay just $99. So it's seriously the best deal in the catalog, and there's no pressure from me to ever purchase or sell or anything like that. It's just an opportunity to be part of a fantastic team with lots of fun things happening with that group. So you're always welcome there. So today I have got some Happy Mail to show you, and then I'm also going to make a card project as well. So welcome to everybody who's coming in here, whether live or on the replay. Let's start with some Happy Mail. So I'm going to start with a card from Nancy Young. And it says, just a note. Look at how sparkly that is. So fun. And then it says, to a friend that makes me smile. So, very cute. I love that. You know, you can do, like Wink of Stella. Add some really fun sparkle to your cards. This one, let's see. There's no name on the outside. Let's see if there's one on the inside. This one is from Hannah Voigt, and it says, you're absolutely amazing. And I love that quilt pattern right there. And then she's got her note on the inside, but what a fun quilt block right there. All right, next we have one from Janice Huberg from here in Iowa, and it says, thank you. And it says her note on the inside. But that is from a kit collection kit, I think is what this one was. I don't think it was Paper Pumpkin, but this one was super fun. So kit collections are awesome because they're all inclusive and they're portable and they're so convenient. And they just have everything that you need right in there. So it's always fun when I see cards made from those. Okay, we've got one here from Vesta Stream, and it says, with thanks, another kit. I believe this is a Paper Pumpkin. And then her message there on the inside. Look at that. Aren't those pumpkins so cute? I like that. And it's got the wood rings are on all sides of the paper. Whoa, dropping it. But that's what it looks like. Okay, next I've got one from Corey Meyer, and it's, here, let me get her note out of the inside. There we go. So, look at that. When it's closed, you see that beautiful scenery right here, and then opens up to the middle, sending autumn wishes your way. But what a fun way to preserve the scenery of this paper. That's beautiful. Okay, another one. Let me see if there's a name on the inside. From Jackie Madden. And it says, thanks. And then this one opens to the side. So it's a long card, but it opens from the side. I like that. It's always kind of a unique way to fold your card. And last but not least, I've got one from Deb Ludwig. And we've got the leaves here. Let me take her message out of the inside because it's falling out. Got the leaves with that angled paper, and it says, "With gratitude." Such a beautiful fall card. And you know, I was in the mood to do a fall card today, even though here we're all over the map as usual in the Midwest. It's actually like 80 degrees, I think. So it doesn't feel like fall, but I really wanted to do this stamp set that I haven't shown yet. So I am going to put this down. All right, and I am going to be showing More Than Autumn today. And this is such a fun bundle. Oh my goodness. I haven't worked with it here on Facebook Live yet, but it is a fun one to play with. So it has 36 stamps. Yes, you heard that right. 36 stamps. There's so many. And then there are, let's see here, there's 23 dies. So there's just a lot going on here between the dies and the stamps. So really fun set, and we're going to use it today. And I'm also going to pair it with, because it ties in so well, this Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. Because, I don't know, if there's something that like screams fall to me, it's totally plaid. So love plaid, and we're going to use that embossing folder today. All right, so let me show you where we're heading with our project today. So here is our Pumpkin Season is the Best card. And like I said, we're going to tie in that plaid embossing folder. So let's actually start with the embossing. So let's cut the pieces we need to emboss. So my color combination here today is going to be pecan pie, pumpkin pie, very vanilla, and Cajun craze. So just a very fall color combination. Also a really yummy combination, don't you think? Pecan pie, pumpkin pie, you gotta have some vanilla in your pie. So it's just a yummy combination. That's what we're going with today. Okay, so our pumpkin pie needs to measure 3 3/4 by 5. So 3 3/4 by 5. There we go. And then I also need a piece of very vanilla to emboss. Let's see if this one's going to be long enough. Yes, and this one needs to be 1.5 by 5. So 1.5 by 5. Okay, so we'll take these two. We'll come back to some more trimming in a moment, but we're going to take these two and we are going to adhere them together. So I'm just going to put the very vanilla right in the middle of the pumpkin pie, just like that. And we're going to take our plaid embossing folder. Now I do want, you know, when you emboss, you kind of have the side that has the mountains, and then you have the valleys on the other side. Well, I want to make sure that my mountains are on this side right here. So that means I need to use this black line right here and put my paper upside down, just like that, okay? And we're going to take our, whoa, goodness, platform number 1 and number 4 and get that all together. And I'll just take my machine and we'll just crank that right through here. Just like so. And what that gives us is our embossed patterns. So I've just embossed those two papers together so that they have the same pattern happening all through it. Now, this is actually a really large embossing folder, so I actually could have put 2 of these in here at the same time. So if you were, you know, needing to mass produce this card, or you just want to make 2 at a time, I could have put 2 of these paper pumpkins. Oh my goodness. 2 of these pumpkin pie pieces in the embossing folder together. All right. So what we're going to do with that is we are going to put it on a piece of Very Vanilla that is 4 by 5 1/4. Now I like to put tape on all 4 sides of my 3D embossed pieces because I find it just helps it to lay flatter. So we'll put that here, and then we will use our pumpkin pie card. Oh my goodness, y'all, I am having word trouble. This is a pecan pie. That's what I get for picking 2 pies, right? This is a pecan pie card base. It measures 5.5 by 8.5, and I have scored it in the middle at 4 1/4. So we're just gonna put that there on the front of the card. Okay, now we need to do some stamping and die cutting. So I am going to take a piece of Very Vanilla. Let's see, I think we're gonna need probably all these scraps. We'll just see what we can do here. Okay, so I have my insert here at 4 by 5 1/4, and then these are all just kind of scraps that I'm gonna be seeing what I can do with. So we're gonna start with some Very Vanilla. And I need to cut 2 pieces for my sentiments. So first I need a piece that is 1/2 inch. Let's see here, 1/2 inch by 2 3/4. So 1/2 by 2 3/4. Okay, so there's one. And then the second one needs to be 3/8 of an inch. Let's see here, 3/8. 3/8 by 1 3/8. And I'll show you here in just a second how I picked those measurements. Okay. So we'll take our 2 little pieces. And what I did was I decided what words I wanted to stamp on my strips. And then what I like to do is I just take my ruler and I measure the stamp. So I can take this, so pumpkin season is what's on here, and I can just overlay my ruler, because I have a clear ruler for this very reason, and I can just measure how long it is and how long I need my strip to be, and same with my width. So that's how I decide what size I need. Now I'm going to be using both Cajun Craze and Pecan Pie. So let's just get both of those open. We'll live on the wild side here today with 2 ink pads open. Okay, so we'll start with Pumpkin Season since I just had it in my hands. That's actually 2 different stamps, Pumpkin and Season, and I put them both on the same block right next to each other. Okay. And then as long as I've got this block in my hand, I've got the Cool Whip on the other side. So I'm going to do that in Pecan Pie. And I just need that on some vanilla here. And then I'll grab my next block. So this one has the coffee cup. So I'm going to stamp this coffee cup twice. I'm going to put it on Cajun Craze. And I'm using Cajun Craze ink for both of these. And then I'm going to put it on Pecan Pie. So I need 2 coffee cups. Okay, and then on the other side of my block, it says, is the best. So I'm going to take those little words and stamp them on the smaller strip, just like that. And then last but not least, we have our cute little pumpkin. So oops, wrong color. I'm taking my pumpkin in Cajun Craze, and I'm going to stamp that on my pumpkin pie. Pecan pie. Oh my goodness. Y'all are just going to have to go with what you see and not what I say. I keep getting my pies mixed up. Oh my goodness. So then I'm going to do Cajun Craze with my pumpkins. And I am just going to stamp some pumpkins all the way along the bottom of my insert. Okay? I think that's everything I need to stamp. So I'm going to go ahead and close these ink pads. There we go. All right. So I'm going to just trim this down so I can fit multiple things on my die cutting machine. Okay, so we'll set the insert aside. And we are going to die cut these 3. So let's grab our dies. And we'll grab our Cool Whip die. And I'll also grab my coffee cup. Teacup. In this case, I'm actually making tea because my current favorite drink right now is a pumpkin chai. So no coffee, just tea. But as you know, well, you know if you've been to a coffee shop, whether you order coffee or tea, you get the same exact cup. So this works for both. All right, so we're going to stick in, knocking over my blocks here. Let's just move those over. So we're going to put our big plate number 1 here. And then I got to switch my sandwich here. So I've got number 2, and I also have a clear number 3. And I know my camera's a little low, so you might not see all of this, but I will try to keep my die cutting in frame. All right, so we're just gonna line up the Cool Whip here, and then I'm going to line up my coffee cup. If you're worried about them moving, you could use a Post-it note or some washi tape to hold those down. I'm gonna live on the wild side here today. So I'll just crank those through, and I'll just come right back because it'll be quicker. And we've got our Cool Whip right here. And then I've got my first coffee cup right there. And then we need our second coffee cup. So we're gonna get our pumpkin chai going on here. Whoops, that did just move. Did y'all see that? I always watch it as I stick the top plate down. I tend to go straight down, and typically it doesn't move on me. But every so often it happens, and I just readjust before I start going through the machine. Okay. All right, so get these plates out of the way over here. Okay, so we've got coffee cups, we've got Cool Whip, we've got some words. So what we need to do is assemble our coffee cup and our card. So I'll bring back our card here. We're going to take this pecan pie coffee cup, and what I'm going to do is this is going to be the coffee sleeve that goes around the cup. So all I'm going to do is cut out the middle of the cup. We don't want anyone to burn their hands on their hot pumpkin chai. So, safety first, friends. Okay, so we've got our coffee sleeve. And we'll just take that here and add it to our cup. And then I'll take my Cool Whip and add it, just do that right here. So we've got our cup of pumpkin chai. So I'm going to turn all of these over. And we are going to add dimensionals to them. Whoops. So that we can pop up all of our pieces here. I think I'll stick one here in the middle and put that here. There we go. And there. Okay. So we've got our card base. We've got our pumpkins. So let's put our pumpkin insert on the inside of the card. There we go. And so then I will take my bone folder, we'll get that smoothed down, because now I can take the backings off of all of these dimensionals and layer them on the front of my card. Whoops, it's gonna stick to my finger. There we go. All right, so I'll start with the cup, and I'm just gonna stick that here in the middle of my card. And then I'm going to angle this here. And just like that. And then we will use some of these very fall colored. These are called faux glass dots. And they have such a great color. In fact, a lot of these colors really work well with this card. But I'm going to use this bottom one here. And we're going to add some bling to our card. Because pumpkin season is the best. A pumpkin chai, you guys, that is where it is at. I don't drink a lot of coffee these days, actually. And so I started trying a pumpkin chai, and it's so yummy. So this felt like the right card. And what's really fun, I think, about this set is, you can actually cut words out with the dies too. But you can build so many different sayings through here. So there are so many options. Like I said, there's 36 stamps in this set. It's a photopolymer set, so you can see through it. But you could do something like, you had me at eggnog. That'd be a great one. You've got pie, you've got donuts, you've got the drinks. You can layer in straws and I don't know, I think those are probably marshmallows. Gingerbread, you can put your apple on the apple pie. Make something peppermint, like a I don't know, a peppermint eggnog. That sounds interesting. My husband's currently drinking pumpkin eggnog. So, but there's just so many different options here. So this calls for hot cocoa. So anyways, I just wanted to share this set today. I've got more ideas I'm going to have to show you too with it, because it's so versatile. With 36 stamps and, what did I say here? 23 dies. You could make a bazillion cards with this. That's not a real number. Or is it? So we're just here making up words, y'all. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Coffee and a Card. I hope you enjoyed this card and gets you ready for some fall drinks. So yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and don't forget to encourage one another and build each other up. I'll see you soon.